Hi kids, it's Mrs. Fisher here today. It's so good to see you. We're going to work together today to make something beautiful. But what we're making is a secret. You won't know what it is until a little bit later. So what I'm going to ask you to do is to find your mom and dad and ask them to grab a white piece of paper for you and maybe some scissors. And what I'd like you to do is cut out this shape from a piece of paper. So I already did this beforehand, and you can see the shape that it is. Do you guys know what shape this is? I asked my boys and they said it was an egg shape. So I'm very curious to know if you know what shape this is. Can you take a guess? It's not a circle. Yes, it's an oval. So I want you to have your parents help you cut out this shape. I'll give you a few minutes to do that. And while you're doing that, I just want you to maybe go around your house and find some colored pencils, or you can find some cool markers. I got lots of markers around my house because my boys used to color all the time. And I love to color too. So once you guys have your oval shape cut out, I want you to make the most beautiful designs you can think of. You can use whatever colors you want, whatever designs. Use lots of bright colors and patterns, and I want you to fill your whole oval with color. So have a lot of fun with that. Make sure to include your name on it so you can hang it up on your refrigerator for your mom and dad. So I'm going to make one too. So we'll take this time to just, get creative and use your colors. All right? Okay, so I figured while you guys are coloring, I can read you the Bible story today. Today's story is called Serve and Follow. Some people wanted to see Jesus. The disciples showed these people where Jesus was teaching. When a seed is planted in the garden, it dies, so a new plant can grow with many more seeds on it, Jesus said. Why was Jesus talking about seeds? He explained, it's time for God's promise to come true. I will die and come alive again. Many people will serve and follow me. The people asked Jesus, how could they serve him? Follow me, said Jesus. I will show you how to help and care for others. Just then, a voice as loud as thunder said, it is time for me to keep my promise. Jesus told the people, it was God speaking. God says it's time to follow me. After Jesus finished teaching, some people began serving and helping others. They were following Jesus. If Jesus asked you to follow him by helping others, what kinds of things would you do? Who likes to eat carrots? Do you like carrots? I love carrots. Have any of you seen a carrot growing, in a garden? I grew carrots last year in our garden, and they grew so well, and we had carrots all the way through the winter because we chopped them up and froze them to eat. So then we would, let them thaw out, and then we'd cook them or put them in soups. But do any of you know where does the root or the orange part of the carrot grow? Think about that. Where does the carrot grow? Does it grow above the ground or does it grow under the ground? Yes, it grows under the ground. And what part the part of the carrot that grows above the ground is, it's kind of green and lacy and it's very pretty. So I went into my refrigerator and I got a carrot that we bought from the store. And you can see, there's a little part of the green that they left on there. And for our experiment, we're not going to eat this carrot, but we're going to use it today to explain a little bit of the story. So what do you think would happen to this carrot if I just left it on this cutting board for a week? What do you think would happen to it? Yeah, it would probably get really dry, and it probably wouldn't be very good to eat, right? So, if I don't want it to dry up, and I still want it to be here next week, strong and healthy, what do you think I could do to make this happen? Think about that. How about this? What if we decided to cut off the top of the carrot? Let's see. Now, it seems like the carrot would still probably dry up, right? But what if I found a glass in my kitchen and I got some water here? What if we filled up this glass with water pretty close to the top? And I'm just going to set this off my cutting board so I don't make a mess. And what if we took our carrot and we cut off some of the top? Ugh. Such a big carrot here. Okay, so I got it cut. And I think I'm going to need some of these. You know, these little toothpicks here, which we got from the store. So we're going to put some toothpicks on each side of the carrot. And we're going to put it in our cup of water. I think I'm going to need a few more toothpicks on the other sides so that it doesn't completely fall in the water. So if we did it like this, I'm going to add a little bit more water so that the bottom part of the carrot is actually touched. There. So we're going to let the carrot sit in the water, and then over probably a week's time, you can probably see it will start to grow some roots. So, how does this relate to our Bible story, right? In today's Bible story, Jesus said that he was like a seed that would soon die. But because Jesus was God's son, that was not the end of the story, was it? Sure enough, Jesus rose from the dead and rose on Easter morning. It's kind of like this carrot, right? Left on its own, it would probably dry up, right? Look at all the juices now, but if I left it out here for a week, it'd probably dry up. But because it's connected now to the water, it should grow again. In our lives, we want to be connected to Jesus. He's like the center of a flower, and we're like the flower petals. So let's stay close to him throughout our lives and grow strong in faith by following Jesus and serving others. So in that story, we always ask a few questions at the end just to see if you were listening. So if you can think back to the story, what was God's promise in this story? Can you remember? Give you a few seconds to think about it. Yes, after Jesus died, he would come alive again. Good. Question number 2. What did Jesus want the people to do? Can you remember? God wanted people to serve and follow him. What does that mean? What does that mean to follow and serve others? Yep, it means that you can help other people around you that you see that need help. Question number 3. It's the last question. What's one way that you can follow Jesus? I'm sure all the answers that you're thinking of in your head, or if you're telling to your family, they're probably correct. So, think about that this week as you grow and follow Jesus. What are some things you can do to serve? Okay, so I know you're still coloring, but let's do a little prayer here before we talk more about our ovals that we're coloring. So if you will, bow your heads and pray with me. For our prayer today, we're going to pretend to be seeds that grow up into tall, strong flowers like sunflowers. As I pray, you can slowly stand up and lift your arms to the sky. Okay? So scrunch down nice and low. You can pretend to be seeds as I say our prayer. Dear God, we start our lives like little seeds, but each day you shower us with goodness and warm us with the light of your love. Help us to grow up big and strong. Now it's time to slowly grow up little flowers. Amen. 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 Okay, so let's everybody finish up your drawings on your ovals. And did anybody use the color purple in your oval shape as you were coloring? Well, purple is the color that we use right now during our church season of Lent. It reminds us of royalty because kings in ancient times often wore purple robes. Did you know that Jesus was called the King of the Jews? That's one reason we decorate our churches with purple to honor Jesus. So, today is the 5th Sunday in Lent, so it's time to figure out what we're going to use and look at your beautiful ovals with. So I'm going to show you what my shape looks like, and you can show other people in your family. So this is what I colored on mine. It's got lots of purple in it. I don't know if you can tell or not. So, when you came to Sunday school today, you colored your oval. And what I'd like you to do is in the middle of your oval, you'll find a black marker or whatever you want to use. I want you to write Jesus' name in the middle of your oval. Something like this. It's kind of backwards, but you get the point. So, I want you to think about this when you have it on your fridge this week. Just to remember that Jesus is in the center of all that we do, and we're like petals, and we're part of Jesus' love, and we're part of Jesus' family. So together, as we're learning to follow Him, God makes our lives into something beautiful. So I thought it would be fun to do kind of like a scavenger hunt around my house and look for things that are in purple, kind of like a I Spy game. So here we go. Okay, so we're going to start with our carrot that we did an experiment with. And here is my purple water bottle that I used to water our carrot. And looking around, see if I see anything else that's purple. My purple flowers that I have out here. Just part of my purple oval. Let's walk around here. I put something out here. It's a candle that's purple. Zechariah's hockey ball is purple. Okay, let's go around here. I'm going to go through the gate here. Let's go around here to the side of our house. And we're going to walk around. See a blue house. I don't see any purple houses. My red car. What's over here? A sticker that says you are loved. And there's some purple in there. It's pretty cool. Okay, here's one of the purple flowers. Well, there's 3, but they are all growing from bulbs that I planted under the ground, and they are growing. Aren't they beautiful? These are called crocus, and they got a little bit of purple, a little bit of white in there. And then there's more of my backyard, and I just wanted to show you my chickens that I have. They're enjoying this beautiful day that God gave us. I've got 7 chickens, and they love to eat any sort of food scraps that we have from our kitchen. Their favorite is bread, but they also really like corn on the cob too. So I just want to show you a little bit of my chickens, see what they're doing. Just something fun while we're outside enjoying God's creation.